Hey, are you ready? Welcome to the Say Michael podcast. Hello. How are you? Oh, how am I? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the Say Michael podcast, one man's attempt at business, family, and comedy. You know who I am. I am your host, Michael Agbajan. And yes, we are here at the 33rd episode. That's 3-3, double. 33, you made it. And before we move on and move forward, I want you to take a stop and go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel where you can actually watch this podcast on YouTube. Or you could go to Apple Podcasts, leave a nice little juicy review, maybe 5-star if you feel. Because all that support and love, hey, it helps out because I wouldn't know what to do without it. But for those who've already done it, thank you so much. And that'll live on forever. You will live in my heart forever. But I would like to start this episode with just a nice little sweet story to get your mind tantalized a little bit. Because there's this young lad online he's 18. He just joined the army. And his grandfather died, but then what he found out is that his deceased grandfather left him with 7,000 shares of Apple. 7,000. Okay, before, we're not talking about 7,000 shares or like pieces of an apple. He didn't leave him that. He left him 7,000 shares of Apple stock, MacBook Pro, iPhone 11, that company. Yeah, he left them 7,000 shares, and at the current stock price, that'll probably be about like $3.2 million. And then he asked the internet, he says, what should I do with it? Like, what should I do? And people were answering, people were like, you should sell it all and live your life, just live your life, man. Dude, it's not about money. It's about how you live your life. And then some people were like, that's a stock you want to keep forever. That's a stock you want to keep forever. You don't want to give that back. You want to keep that forever. And then you got some people like you can sell a piece, maybe buy a house outright, and then leave the rest in stocks and kind of diversify them a little bit. But see, what I would do if I was left with 7,000 stocks, first, I wouldn't tell nobody. Because when you tell anybody, they will be like, oh, you got 7,000 shares. How much is that worth? I'm like, I don't know, like 3 point something million. Next thing you know, you're going to come out with 48 new cousins. So that's the first thing I would do. I would not tell anybody. So that's where you went wrong first. The second thing I would do is that I would most likely sell it all and then put it into like an ETF, like a exchange fund. Like the S&P or the NASDAQ or something, like more likely S&P, where I just sell it all and I have a piece of all the stocks. And even in that, I still have Apple. So at the end of the day, that's a W. That's the most diversified you could probably get, is into an exchange fund. That's where I'll put all the bread. So if you're listening to that, whoever that person is, if you hear this, do that. It's not that bad because you still got Apple. But that'd be amazing to have, though, to wake up to 7,000 shares and all of a sudden become a super millionaire. Not super millionaire, but a millionaire at least. But I know what Apple has woken up to. Since we're talking about Apple, they're now the most valuable company on earth. Today they hit $2 trillion valuation, so they're worth $2 trillion. Jesus. And here's even crazier. In 2018, they were worth $1 trillion. So that means in 2 years, they doubled their market cap. But see, a lot of that came this year alone because they're up 60% just this year, 59% just this year from the whole pandemic and all the new contracts they were getting, but now they're $2 trillion. The only other company that was close was Aramco, the oil, in Saudi Arabia. They put their stock on the market and they were at 2 trillion, but they're down. They're down to 1.8 trillion. So Apple is the most valuable company in the world. And to think $2 trillion. Mm, 2 trillion. Sometimes when you're young, you make up these numbers like a bazillion. Imagine like 50 years from now where they say America has its first bazillionaire. You're like, bazillion? I thought that was a fake number. Trillion? I never thought I'd be saying the word trillion. You know what I mean? The only thing I know about the word trillion was like, I think when rappers will say they're like, trillionaires. And that was even like, that was more to say like, I'm trill, like true and real. So I wasn't really like, like $1 trillion. But that is a lot. But, kind of sucks a little bit about it. The downside of it is that, like Apple's super rich, Cook, which is the CEO, he just became a billionaire. But if you really look at the numbers of all these major companies, Facebook, Tesla, all that, the CEOs, like they're getting paid too much. Like CEOs have been getting paid way too much. Like if you really want to break down how they're getting paid more than the actual worker, they're getting the CEOs now are getting paid a new record 320 times more than their workers. I mean, even one worker, 320 times more since 1978. I know I'm breaking down the number. I don't, just listen. Since 1978, the worker wage has increased about 13%, 13.7, something like that, right? But the CEO wage, 1,200%. Okay, 1,200% versus, average worker wage. I mean, we're in dire straits right now because I partly understand that I own a business, and when it comes to like getting paid, you would think a lot has to flow throughout the entire company. But when you have situations where you create something, let's say like an Amazon or Facebook, and you own the majority of the shares of your company, you own based on the value of your company. So something needs to change because for the fact that so many CEOs are getting paid, and that it's raised 1,200% for CEOs since 1978, but just for a regular worker only has raised 13.7%, and we're still at a minimum wage at $7.25. Like that's crazy. And even the minimum wage, you can't live off that. There's not a place in America that you could go to where you can have an apartment for yourself off of any minimum wage in America. And we always talk about like the fight for $15 an hour, but honestly, it should really be like at $25 an hour if you really want to break it down. I know y'all probably thinking like, how, if you're paying someone that much, how are you gonna pay for anything else? Well, hey, it's not gonna actually change your output. It's just the fact that so many people have been getting away with giving flowing the money to the top, where it's not really put back into the company to reinvest. It's just for the shareholders and things like that. But something needs to change. But the only thing I know that is changing with the whole wage, I'm not sure if this will change the wages at all, but we are seeing that there is a reversal of globalization. It used to be like I think this was like during Obama, a little bit before too. We're talking about globalism, and that, we need to we're really heavily, invested with like manufacturing in China and in India. And then now with this whole pandemic, everyone's trying to reverse back to say, you know what, maybe we thought this wrong. Maybe globalism was bad. Maybe trying to connect with the globe and with all of the nations and work with them was a bad idea. And that we should just, focus on ourselves and focus on home, which is like a nationalistic type look at it. But that transition, it's gonna be heavy. Like they said, just to get the jobs back, the manufacturing jobs is gonna cost like America like $1 trillion. But what's $1 trillion? It's nothing, right? It says it's gonna cost us like $1 trillion to take all those manufacturing jobs from China and India. Well, not really manufacturing in India. It's more of those. They're more like the call centers and things like that in India. But in China, the manufacturing, to bring it back to America, they're saying that it's going to cost us about $1 trillion. But I know why they're calling it into question, because people are thinking, all right, in this crisis, we were dependent upon so many other places, i.e. China. And that's why we're kind of backed up, for developing for our own country. But, the truth is, again, the answer is both. We should do both. We should definitely still invest in, globalism, but then have a greater investment in nationalism, where we, and not nationalism in that sense, nationalism in the sense that we bring companies back and then we pay workers here to do the work versus trying to ship it overseas. But we were just so heavily vested into putting everything out there outside of America just to make it cheaper. And while all that was happening, these companies were just making way more money, and the money was just flowing to the top versus throughout the bottom. But, I guess that's what happens when you get rid of unions. I'm not really too clear on how unions works, but, I think that's kind of what's going down right now. But on other news, we're in a COVID-19 prohibition era. That's what we're in right now, because the gym rats have gone underground. Yes, the gym rats have gone underground and are working out in undisclosed places, because, they said it's hard to hide, hide things when they did prohibition, like alcohol prohibition, I think in the 30s. They said it was hard when there's an eager seller and an eager buyer. It's hard to hire. I said hire. It's hard to keep people or legislate your way out of that, because people are going to do it anyways. Especially when people are eager to sell and buy. And with workout facilities, people are creating these little underground gyms where these gym rats are going. And it is spiking, the corona, but it makes me laugh, because that's kind of like how, you hear that where people are talking about, the government lies to you. Why are you going to believe the government? And I'm like, people lie to the government all day. Who's the real liar? And since we're talking about lies, is there a such thing as a good lie? Someone asked me that. Someone asked me, is there a such thing as a good lie? And yes, there is. I would say a good lie is a white lie. And obviously a white lie is something you tell somebody so you don't hurt their feelings, like, hey, yeah, your mixtape's fire. Mixtape's fire. Fuego, bro. Continue doing what you're doing, man. Which is just motivation. And then you have the other lies where I think most of the time where people lie, the majority is to avoid drama. Because if you told the truth, there's going to be a bunch of drama. And if you ain't got time for that drama and you're trying to hear that drama, and you just kind of lie a little bit, because there's I didn't know, but there's 7 different type of lies. And the first one is where it's an error. If you lie by accident, is basically, I didn't even know I was lying. I didn't even know what I was saying was a falsehood. I thought I was telling the truth. So that's lying by error. Another one is omission. That is a favorite one from the liars out there, where they want to tell you things, but they want to omit certain facts. They want to take certain things out. So, certain pieces of information out, so you don't know really what's going on. And then another way of lying is restructuring, where they move the pieces around so you can't really figure out the entire thing. It's all confusing. I know you had this before, where you talk to someone and they're trying to explain what job they do at work. And you're like, oh, okay, so where do you work? Oh, I work in this department where I, have employees. And okay, you're a manager? Oh, well, I'm son of a manager. I kind of look over this. I have employees. I'm regional. What? I don't understand. And then there's a denial. And that's self-explanatory, where you just kind of pretend and deny the understanding or existence of whatever fact you're talking about itself, Then there's another lie, minimization. Minimization is where you make whatever you're talking about much smaller than what it is. It's not a big deal, that is a level of lying. And then there's exaggeration. And uh, I'm in that kind of category where it comes to exaggeration because you kind of boost it up a little bit. And you shouldn't boost it up, but everyone's boosting it up. That's why I always say you have to discount for the exaggeration. You have to. And the last type of lie that people give is a fabrication, a complete lie, a complete story out of nowhere. Fabrication. They just fabricated something, doesn't make any sense, and you wonder, like, is there such thing as a good lie? And I know a few good lies. There are a few good lies when it comes to, like if someone was asking something actually when someone's asking something that, that's your business, like, hey man, what's your GPA? Do you lie or do you say it's none of your business? You could lie and said, I got a 3.8. And they're like, wow, man, you're smart. But then when they, let's say they found your transcript or something and they found you got a 2.7, are you really a liar when it was none of their business in the first place? Or you could have took that situation when someone's like, hey, what's your GPA? And you could have told them, it's none of your business, man. But see, saying something like that, which is the truth, it is none of their business, brings a little drama. Man, oh, you must have a low one. You must have a low GPA if you don't want to say what it is. Asking my GPA is like asking what's in your bank account, how much you make, what you talking about, But that's a good one. Or to like sometimes I don't know if I would suggest this or push anybody to this, but those lies that you tell when the truth sounds worse than the actual lie, and you just got to say something that makes better sense, and this happens a lot. And y'all probably go through it all the time where you have to just say some type of like lie because the truth sounds worse. So you just got to say it, but that's, and I just think of that just because when it comes to people who are saying, the government's the problem or all these people are the problem, but behind the scenes, they're over here finding underground gyms. What's going on with that? And the spread continues, because school has started back and the spread continues, but we must stick together in this because we are together. But, oh yeah. And when it comes to lying, you don't have to lie. You got to face the drama. If you're scared of drama or if you're scared of confrontation, that's why you lie. There's no other reason. If you ain't scared of confrontation and you ain't scared of drama, then don't lie. Be straight up. Yeah, I stole it. What's up? And then you can have a real conversation. You can get down to the bare knuckles of things is to know what's really going on. And I really wish most people, like if there was a wish, it would be that no one could lie. Because then it'll be even playing field because really pretty much everyone lies. Because if no one lied, it wouldn't be surprising or people wouldn't get their feelings hurt in the same way because we're used to people lying and being told certain things. But if no one lied, we'll be all good. Just a theory. I need to get an assistant, by the way. I do need an assistant, but I always think about the assistant I want is the assistant I cannot have. And you might think, oh, the assistant it's because like the assistant you want is like so expensive and all this and you can't afford them. No, it's because the assistant I want, if I want an assistant, is assistant that's a mind reader, and that doesn't exist. That's really why. I want one where in the morning the assistant will come in and I'll say, daily report, please. Hello, Michael. For your morning coffee, we have a light cream with a maple sugar with a regular cane sugar. Sounds good. And yes, and on the dual screens, we have the DNS that's running right now. And on the other one, we have Premiere Pro running with a slight DaVinci Resolve. Then I'm like, So did you troubleshoot the audition? We did troubleshoot the audition, sir, and we should have a solution for you in about 30 minutes. And then also, we're running DNS tests on the other programs as we currently speak. And we do know, sir, that your very indecisive when it comes to lunch. So for lunch, we have a lemon pepper wing with a beurre blanc reduction with ranch on the side. I'm like, that sounds good. Thank you, Theo. You're welcome, sir. Permission to go back to work? Permission granted. That's the assistant I want, where he could just predict and solve problems and do all that. But when you get the assistant I get is the one, the ones like, hey, are you still coming into work? Do you want me to come into work? Yes, I want you to come into work. You don't want me to work from home? No. Oh man. All right. I'll be there later. What? But I guess that does kind of break down to what I can afford. But I do need an assistant because, that's what I really want right now. Cause I need help, man. I need some help. I know, it's a slight ramble that's going on right now, but I was on the phone with, one of my boys the other day, and I was like, hey, like, do you have like a financial goal or something that you're looking at, like to say like, man, when I have this, I'm good. Like maybe like, 100,000, $1 million, whatever. And he was like, well, actually, to be honest, I don't really care what's in my bank account. I just want the lifestyle, And I was like, what you mean? And he was like, like I'll take a G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon, some nice fits, nice shoes, nice places, nice spot, nice hire. I'm not looking for no mansion or no $1 million or anything like that. I just, honestly, I just want things to like, I just want to be able to take care of myself. And I was like, and I thought about that, but my answer to it, what, cause I know we do differ, but honestly, it does matter. Like you don't have to care what's in your account, but it does matter. It does matter what is in your account, not only, for the sense that that's leverage and that's power for the amount of assets or the amount of cash or the amount of investments that you have. Lifestyle always changes based on what you know. So if I'm fighting and trying to, earn money to get that 12-foot boat, trust me, there's a 25-foot boat that is much better, that I really wish I had, but I don't really have enough. And that's how the lifestyle continues to, like, it never stops. No matter how rich you are or how much money you had, you're going to always want more. So to say you want the lifestyle is to say you always want to be broke, because you will. Because if that's your prerogative where you want to focus on the lifestyle, you're going to end up wearing all your money. And by wearing all your money, I'm talking about, you got the watches, the earrings, the necklaces, the clothes, the car, the home, the travel, all that. But then your bank account is literally paycheck to paycheck. And then times like this, like the pandemic, where something does hit that you did not see coming, next you got to return all that because it's based on like credit and borrowing and inflating your lifestyle. But that's what happens when you're, just focused on the lifestyle. But, more power to anybody, whatever decision you want to make, it's all up to you. It's no biggie, no pressure. But this has been a good week so far. I'm just focused on, just taking care of my things and what I want to do. And I need to be better organized right now. And, I need to get a chalkboard, put that up so I can just see my goals and see what I need to check off. I actually borrow my boys, their chalkboard. I have actually a little kitty chalkboard in our bedroom right now where I put all the things up and I listed it all, what I need to do for this entire week. And then, I didn't abide by. I was like, look, I was like, I need to have this in front of me at all times. But then I was going to go out to to the barber school to go work. But I'm like, I don't want to bring this kitty chalkboard with me. What do I look like? So I was going to take a picture, but I was like, nah, see, that's why I'm cheating. If I take a picture of it, it needs to be on this. It needs to be here physically. So I left it, Then I was kind of frustrated because I didn't have all the information with me. So I'm like, why do I keep sabotaging myself? I do things like that. And then I did end up taking a picture, but the boys, my boys scribbled the whole entire thing. It's gone, but I need my own. I need my own chalkboard. I don't need to be sharing chalkboards with my 4 and 3-year-old because that's not going to work. But this week I am definitely working on organization because my organization skills, they're not that great, because I don't use a calendar. I don't use a to-do list. I need to, but I don't have any of those. And yet it kind of feels like I'm winging it when it comes to what am I going to do every day, because as an entrepreneur, business person, I don't particularly have a to-do list that I have to do. So it's more based on my choice. So therefore I have to choose wisely. And when you're kind of bombarded with too many things to choose from, it causes a little paralysis. And I'm like, I gotta hire, I gotta train, and I gotta do podcasts, I gotta go to the barber school. And then as I'm thinking about all these different type of things, payroll, all that, I'm like, let me go clean the pool. That takes like 2 hours, clean the pool, doing all that. But it's almost like you have to push through and do the things that you don't like doing. That's where the work comes in. I know the things that you love doing, the things that you love having fun, the creative part, the artists just want to be an artist. But see, the difference maker is that you have to be able to push and push through the things that you don't like doing. So I am definitely, putting it on my agenda, to make sure that I have everything that I need to be better organized this week going forward. So, just pray for me. Again, I really appreciate y'all on this next segment with me, myself, and Bday. I'm telling y'all, this has to go down in the books as one of the best and juiciest conversations we have. I mean, it's just a good time, So take a listen to me and my wife. Myself and Bday, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye bye. Hey.
Hey y'all.
How y'all doing?
Howdy. Is that how y'all Texas said? Texans? Howdy. Is how people thought when they come to Texas, they're gonna be started.
Yeah. Howdy, ma'am.
I thought I was gonna see people like, instead of driving cars, they'd be on horses on the highway.
Horses on the road.
Yeah.
Getting to work.
That does late to work every day.
It's weird because people still think of that as Texas.
That is, I still see it.
No, but you know how they think. Okay, if they think like that about Texas, imagine what they think about Africa.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Texas been advanced for how long? You know what I mean?
Y'all still walking around here with those cowboy boots.
Yeah, they think we still got like corrals and, you know what I mean?
Rodeos every day.
Yeah, I feel like that is, is that like a stigma?
Yeah, it is. Big time.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Because when they get down here, they're like, wow, you have cities and all that. I'm like, y'all better stop.
Like, y'all have technology.
Yeah, y'all better stop 100%.
That's so funny.
You got a birthday coming up.
Oh, yeah, my birthday, September 1st. I got to kick the month off right. You know what I'm saying?
You feel special about the 1st?
Of course. They had to choose me. God had to choose me to start the month off.
It's September has to be a really good start to a birthday.
It is. September 1st. And it's like the kickstart for our family affairs.
Yeah.
Like my birthday kickstart, like it starts off the entire year of just like fun.
Yeah, it's birthday.
Anniversary, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Yeah. It's just like nonstop, back to back, Halloween.
You like that?
Yeah, it's fun. Because when my birthday is here, I'm like, okay, now I know we got all this coming up. Like, it's just like a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time. Yeah. And I don't think this Corona situation is going to mess up like the whole thing either.
Well, I hope not. What I have planned for my birthday, it's not even going to be a subject. So
Oh, because they're doing, I think they're increasing shipping by like $3 or $4 for the holiday season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of people are upset about the shipping being raised during the holiday season.
Like if you order like online?
Yeah, I think like both online shipping or just with FedEx. I know like especially with FedEx.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you're telling me I need to start Christmas shopping now?
Yeah, probably now.
See, another excuse to shop. Come on now. Come on now.
So what do you I know you mentioned to me what you want to do for your birthday.
Yeah, so my birthday is like on a Tuesday, I think, September 1st. So I want to go zip lining. I've been talking about zip lining for a while. I just want to do something adventurous, something fun. So zip lining, like we'll drop the boys off at school.
Yeah.
Because they're not included. And then we go zip lining in a day.
Where's the zip line?
I think it's in Plano.
Look at me. Like I should be doing the research.
I know. Look at you, though. I like to plan out my birthday. So yeah, I want to go zip lining. And then after that, I'm sure we'll have like lunch, You want
to sweat on your birthday.
Yeah. And then like have dinner that night.
Oh, that's a whole like exhibition. What do they call it? Exhibition.
No, not really. Just two things really. And when I say let's grab something to eat after ziplining, it could be Subway. I'm not saying we got to go sit down and eat.
You don't want to go like get a section and pop bottles for your birthday?
I don't want to do that. Last year we went tubing. I like to do outdoor stuff. You know, I don't want to do like the club, which is cool. I don't want to
go hiking.
We do that already, kind of, sort of. But I don't know. I just want to do something like adventurous where I could like scream and, be a little afraid, of like the heights and stuff. I just, climb the mountains and use these muscles and stuff.
Are you kind of like a low-key adrenaline junkie?
I used to be. Really, used to be.
Yeah.
Now, not so much. Okay. I mean, I don't like seek the thrill for things, but if somebody's like, hey, let's go bungee jumping, I'm like, oh, I would love to do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to do it. I wouldn't say no. I'll be a little afraid, but I'm okay. I don't mind doing stuff like that. So
Can you do that now? Like jump out of planes and bungee jump without, how they have that partner that's on you?
Yeah. I
bet they still do it now, but I gotta look into that. Like,
because you might have to get tested first before you go. Yeah. I would think. I don't know.
I was asking Sarah, who's one of our neighbors. She said I was telling her about my idea as far as how to solve it all. She bursted a bubble. I was like,
what was that?
I was like, okay, everyone's looking for this vaccine, and so far, you share this with people who aren't like too informed. They're like, wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's talking about this vaccine, but really what we need is like rapid testing to where you can get a test in like 1 minute to like 2 minutes. And, you'll know everyone in this building. I'm breaking down the whole idea of it. Right. And then she was like, no, because the only rapid test is the one that goes up the nose. And that goes like deep into your like mucous membrane or whatever. And I was like, that's the only one. She's like, yeah, that's the only one. Everything else takes like a few days and all that. I was like, there's no nope, what is saliva? No, nothing like that. I was like, oh.
Well, maybe soon they might invent something, because I took the testing twice, and the first time they went all the way up my nostril, like they touched my brain.
And it hurt?
It hurt, and it also took almost 2 weeks to get my results back. Mm-hmm. The second time I took the testing, they just swabbed both of my nostrils, which wasn't bad. It just kind of tickled a little bit. Mm-hmm. And that took I got my results back in like 2 to 3 days, so...
last episode you were asking about chicken pox.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you did research?
No, actually, one of our listeners is a doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
And he hit us and
let us know.
He broke it down. He says,
"Oh, thank you."
Yeah. His name's EJ.
Hey, EJ.
Yeah. And he was like, the chickenpox vaccine is the shot that they get as kids. Mm-hmm. Getting the vaccine gives protection against the chickenpox, and it decreases the possibility of getting shingles or post-herpetic neuralgia later. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like a prevention of just getting worse things later on.
Gotcha.
It's like, so that's what I got from it.
So did we ever take that shot as kids or even as adults? Or are we at high risk of getting like the shingles and stuff because we did have chicken pox?
Oh, that's another good question.
All right, Dr. EJ, if you're listening, I need to know. I be wanting to know because my body, I be itching all the time.
So you had chicken pox.
I had chicken pox.
And you never got the vaccine, not vaccine, like a chicken pox.
I don't think so, because I had the chicken pox. Mm-hmm. So it didn't make sense for me to get it after.
So what is your question?
The question is, because we already had chickenpox, are we still at high risk of getting all these other complications like shingles or whatever?
Oh.
Because I don't think we did get the shot unless we got it now because we have kids, which I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know,
I should know some. I should know these.
I should know these things too. We're parents. We should definitely know these things.
Chickenpox is kind of like Corona a little bit though.
Yeah, it is definitely because it is very contagious.
Oh no, I'm talking about in other ways too because that's the same way too. I'm talking about like
deadly.
You know, some people get it, nothing happens, little something.
Yeah.
Some people get it twice. Some people get it really bad.
That is true. Yeah.
Because you know, like me and my mom were laughing today because she's like on her phone looking at this video.
What?
Of the guy who was in this hospital bed, you know, with COVID, and he was getting married, you know, over the phone, and you know, you can see him like it's hard for him to breathe, and you can see him. So then I'm looking, I'm like, man, how bad is Corona? I was like, because some people is nothing, and then I'm like, look at this guy, you know.
Some people is bad. Like I had 2 coworkers tested positive. One coworker, I mean, it was bad for him. It was like rough. Like he didn't have asthma. All of a sudden now he has asthma. He had to do like the asthma pump. He had breathing issues. He was on a ventilator, all that stuff. Had to be admitted to the emergency room. Then I have another coworker tested positive. He had the flu for 2 days, and now he's just like...
And it's about to be flu season?
Yeah, and he just like has like a headache every now and then. But then I kind of break it down to diet too. I mean, I'm not a scientist, not a doctor, nowhere close. But the one coworker who was like pretty much on his deathbed, he eats like crap every single day. Like every single day, he does not eat healthy at all. And he's
like
not fast food, you
greasy,
know, greasy food. He's not athletic, or he doesn't work out or anything. You know what I mean?
His body like hella gooey.
And I don't want to say hella gooey, but it's gooey. You know, and he's not like an overweight guy. He's not. But then I have my other coworker who had the flu and was just like, you know, it was like he was sick. You could tell he was sick, you know, but it wasn't like he was like sick.
Yeah.
He's vegan.
He wasn't fighting for his life.
Yeah, he wasn't fighting for his life. Yeah, he didn't get to go to the hospital or anything. He just had the flu for 2 days, and then after that, he just was like having headaches and stuff like that. But other than that, he was fine. But he's vegan, and he's like hardcore vegan, and he's been vegan for about 2 or 3 years now. So I don't know, maybe if that has a lot to do with it as far as like your diet. I'm sure it has something to do with it. So, you know, if you're not eating healthy, at least start eating now. You know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, we started doing vitamins, you know, like a month or 2 ago, and we eat pretty healthy, but we don't eat.
Yeah, we don't eat bad at all.
We don't eat too bad. You know what I'm saying? We eat fruits and vegetables every day, especially fruit. You know, I went to the store today and stocked up on fruit. But honestly, in this household, if we had no food in the house, you would guarantee we had fruit in the house. So I was just like, you know, incorporate that into your diet. Drink some green juice. You know,
we need to incorporate more veggies though.
We do. I just made some corn on the cob. See what I'm saying?
I don't think corn is the top veggie.
It's not. Vegetable. You need like the broccoli. You need like the green leafy foods. I love making greens, you know, and I don't add meat to it, you know, for all my people who don't eat meat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people do all the turkey and
well, I do the liquid smoke.
Oh,
so it gives it like that meat flavor to it, like that turkey flavor.
And you've been
it.
killing it,
man. I've been perfecting it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think you're too young to cook greens.
They do. They be questioning me. They be asking me all these questions like, so how long do you soak your greens? You soak them all day? I'm like, look.
Yeah, they testing you.
They tested me. They like, oh, you're supposed to soak them because they be having little bugs in them. I'm like, first of all, look, come on now. I've cooked greens for about maybe like 6-7 times already.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm extremely proud of myself.
Yeah, because each time has gotten
better.
Dramatically better. You're like, whoa. Because, you know, last time you're like, this tastes good.
Yeah.
And then you get another one like, no, this one.
Exactly.
It happens every time after.
Every time. And honestly, greens was something that I was like intimidated by. Yeah. I've always wanted to learn how to cook it, but I just was nervous and scared. And like, because my mom never cooked greens. So I was just like, I don't know how to make this, you know?
You felt too novice.
Yeah. But you know, another thing that I'm intimidated by that you would probably laugh at me.
What?
Gumbo. I've
Gumbo?
never made gumbo. I make okra gumbo.
Yeah.
So I do make okra gumbo, but I've never made like a seafood gumbo. Like the roux, like the homemade roux, I've never made, and that intimidates me.
Why? Because it's
I don't
so
know.
complicated?
It's not. It's extremely easy.
You don't
It's
want to get it
simple.
wrong or something?
I don't want to get it wrong.
You know, it's kind of embarrassing that, you know, you had that staple and you're trying to show somebody.
And
like,
you just F it all up.
Yeah, and it's like,
See, that's what I'm afraid of.
And here's the thing. You're creating someone's palate. So you want to start it off right.
Exactly.
Where they know what gumbo is.
Exactly.
Now, going forward, is like, I can identify what good gumbo is.
Exactly.
You know?
So whenever my mom comes, you know, I'm always like, oh, can you make gumbo? You know, because I know you like it. I love it. The boys like it, love it, whatever. But I'm just like, I'm always looking over her shoulder like, okay, I'm trying to like calculate what she's doing. I'm like, okay, the flour and the butter. Okay.
She does a little.
Yeah, she's like, add the water and they do. But then when it's time for me to make it, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'll just make okra gumbo because I know how to make that.
It's one of those things that if you watch it on YouTube or like get a recipe, it never really.
Yeah.
I learned something really big today.
What's that?
All right, like this one of our customers, you know, he talked about how he had something done to his car today. He had his engine bay cleaned, and he's a really picky customer.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, he had it done by one person. It was all good, you know. But then he said, "Hey, looks like you missed this spot, this spot, this spot." So I'm like, "We'll come back right now."
Yeah.
Or, you know, however time works for you. And he's like, "Okay, cool." Okay, another water boy came over there before, you know, the original person did it.
Yeah.
And he touched it up right then and there. And then after, he's on the phone just praising this guy. He said, "Man."
For the touch up?
Yeah. And that's why I was confused. He says, "Hey, going forward, send him." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because he's my boy. Like, he just touched it up right there." He's like, I called blah, blah, blah. And I canceled with him and I just had him do it.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, "Oh, okay, cool." So then I'm like, "Hon, I really want to know." I said, "What is it? What's the difference?" He says, because with this second guy, the touch up, he did it like he cared. He says, so you can't, like, some people don't do it like they care. Like, he did it like I could tell when I opened it, my engine, that someone did it like they just did the job.
Yeah.
But when he came over, he did it like how he would want it done. Like, he left it like that. So you could tell. It's the same thing with food. He gave me the examples. Like, same thing with food. Like, you know, if someone cooked you food just based on the ingredients and this, that, and he just gave it to you, you know, it'll be cool.
Right.
But when someone really does with love and watch out for it, it tastes different.
That's you. You cook like that.
Yeah.
You be adding your own little seasonings.
Yeah,
you taste it. You like, ooh, you put your foot in this.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just like, here you go. And you're like,
So
oh,
you're
it's good. I like that.
So he's saying you don't care.
No, I do care. I do care. But you do. It depends. It depends on what it is. If it's something that I love, like okra gumbo, I'm gonna put my foot in it. But if it's like baked chicken, I'm just like, here y'all go.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
We can't go back to baked chicken. We have to be out the grill.
Oh yeah, we've been putting it on the grill. The grill, outside that chicken, it just tastes different.
Man,
know?
it's just 100% different.
The meat fall off the bone and everything.
Yeah, and we just got back from
Oklahoma.
OKC.
OKC.
Is that how they say it? Why you saying it like that?
OKC.
Yeah, we just got back and I don't even know how to like go about the whole thing.
Let's start from the beginning. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
We were only there for 2 days. I mean, not even. Well, 24 hours?
Yeah, about 24 hours.
Yeah, because we got there
maybe
about
like
3:30 and we left the next day around the same time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was good. We got there Saturday. We went for a friend's birthday party. Birthday together or whatever. And so yeah, it was cool. We did like the pool on Saturday. We had dinner Saturday night, and then Sunday was just kind of like a free fall. But it was
there was
cool.
There's no social distancing though.
We were part of the problem this weekend, man.
See,
we were part of the problem.
This we got to correct it. We weren't part of the problem. We were there trying not to be part of the problem, but everyone else,
yeah.
You have
First of all, we showed up to the pool with our mask on.
Yeah. We had our mask. And we were putting everything up, and everyone was kind of looking at us.
We were like, look.
And then, in I don't know what part of, if this happens, like if you could transmit it on land, if you go on water and you talk right next to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When people are next to you, like, hey, yo. He's like,
But everybody's excuse was, oh, we're in the pool. There's bleach in the pool. And they're like rubbing their bodies with the bleachy water, the chlorine water. And I was just like, this is not going to kill the virus, y'all.
Yeah. And, like every time I made like a joke about it, people kind of feel like all bad and all.
Yeah, you were getting people all upset and uncomfortable.
I said, why y'all so mad? It's like, because we all feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's why we feel we are ashamed about ourselves right now. I was like,
part of the problem.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know we all feel guilty. He's like, yeah, we all feel guilty. Like we all know what we're doing. I was like, man.
I felt guilty as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like you wanted to have fun so bad, but it was just like something don't feel right.
I could tell you one thing I didn't see.
What?
I didn't see not one cough.
Yeah, nobody coughed.
I didn't even see someone clear their throat.
Well, because they ain't want nobody to look at it.
Think about it. You do that even like, people are like, whoa. Security. Security. Hey, you got to get this guy right here.
That would have been me because I had just got off of a cold. Probably like the moment we got there, my cold had pretty much went away. So I was like praying, Lord, please don't let me sneeze. Please don't let me cough. Don't let me do nothing while I'm there. And I was fine.
Yeah, I always have to have water on me now.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make sure the palate.
Just to make sure you got to clear that throat.
Yeah. Like when you're like, no, when you're talking and it goes too dry, you're like, no. You're always in, hey, no. And then
everybody looking at you. Right. They like, oh, you need to go get tested.
And you're like, no. You're like, have you been tested? He's like, no.
Oh my God. You haven't been tested, right?
I haven't.
You're lucky.
But you're my test.
That is true because,
if you get it, then I know I got it.
I know. And that last time when I was sick with the cold and then like 2 days later, my coworker tested positive. And then you were just like, oh, you might have corona. He was like, oh, well, then I got it too. If you got it, I got it.
Hey.
You know.
Because everyone's over here. We're over here. I made the first joke about the whole corona thing. And I think someone was like, I think we should all just get it. Like, I think we should fight it. I'm like, this ain't no gang. What are you talking about? We should fight it.
And the person who said that, I looked at them like, yeah, see, that be the ones who be going down.
Yeah, but see, it's one of those things where you can't talk like that, because think about it. Most people who have that type of like hubris or just think, I just know if I got it, I'll do like this, I'll fight it. It's usually after they say, you know what? Everyone take your precautions, do all this, because they know you don't know if you have no experience.
You can fight it, but while you're fighting, it ain't gonna be no easy fight. You know what I mean? It ain't no like, even when you have a cold, who wants to be sick in bed with a cold? Don't nobody want that. So just think a flu or the virus, the coronavirus or whatever. Yeah, you could fight it, but who wants to go through that?
Yeah, but what do you think about this flu season? And I mean, you probably don't have any.
I mean, I'm nervous about it because one thing I'm nervous about is like the boys. I would hate for them to catch the flu. And then even for us, like if we was to say, let's just say we caught the flu and then it would weaken our immune system, right? And then if we were to catch the virus at the same time on top of that, how will we be able to fight both? You know what I mean? So I'm just praying.
So you think that may be a little...
Yeah, I think that's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. I think the flu season is going to be tough. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because
they said maybe social distancing will help with it, but I know the flu is really contagious, and then you get something that like you said, your immune system's already dropped, and then you get another
that one too. So wait, with the flu, if you wear a mask, does that protect the next person from catching the flu from you? Oh, so all this time when we were sick with the cold and flu and all that, we could have been wearing masks? Yeah. They do that in other countries, right? Yeah,
they do that in China and Japan and Asian countries. But with the flu, like you have leakage and all that, and I don't think it's easy to like wear a mask with the flu because you should be at home.
You should be exactly. You shouldn't
be anywhere. Even
me, when I had that cold, it was very hard wearing my mask because I had to blow my nose like every 2 seconds.
Just blow it in the mask.
Ew, no, I would have to go blow my nose and throw my mask away and switch them out, but. I should have been at home too, honestly. Yeah. I should have been at home, but I didn't want to tell them I was sick with the cold because then they would have been like, oh, you need to go get tested again because you might have the coronavirus and you got to stay home for 14. I didn't want to hear all that. So I was just like, it's a cold and allergies. Let's leave it like that.
Allergies is one type of, that's another new excuse where
Well, that is true. But you know what? I didn't even know I had allergies until I think last year. I was like coughing, sneezing, all that stuff. And I'm taking cold medicine, treating it as a cold. And then one day my manager was just like, you might have allergies. Like, have you tried taking allergy medicine? I'm like, no. He was like, well, try it.
Like Claritin?
Yeah, because he was like, you taking cold medicine, just try allergy medicine because you may just have allergies. And then that night I went and took, I guess, a Claritin, and it cleared up everything.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have allergies. Yeah, a small little tablet. I didn't know I had allergies, though. This whole time I'm treating it as a cold, taking cold medicine, and nothing's working. And then I take a Claritin. I'm like, oh, I have allergies. So I don't know what I'm allergic to, but I have allergies.
You know, this is stuff in the air.
Well, yeah, you know, like pollen and all that stuff. But I didn't know I had that. I never had that before until like last year. I was like, damn, I'm getting old or something. I don't know.
That's what everyone says when they're getting older.
You know,
when do you start saying, I'm getting older?
When I start growing my gray hairs.
No, like, you know, like, whew, we getting old. You know, people always say that.
Oh, yeah, when I'm out of breath.
For real?
Yeah, or when I'm bending down, I'm like, you know, like my back and my knees hurt. I'm like, oof. And I'm trying to get up. I'm like, oof.
I feel like people trying to say that to kind of like bring someone else down.
What? Oh, like an older person?
No, like someone's like, ooh, we getting old. It's like, no,
you getting like, don't include me in that.
Yeah, they're trying to drag me down with you.
I'm gonna drag you down with me because you older than me. Someone like, ooh, babe, we getting old.
Like, babe, we getting old. I was like, we? What do you mean
like,
we?
I'm strong over here.
Oh, you hitting these fish ups? I was like, nah,
fam.
So hold on. So we getting old at the age of 30. You can't say that.
Yeah, you could. No, I don't know. At 30, still pretty young.
People who are 20 think 30 is so old.
I know. Well, we did too when we were 20.
I didn't think it was old. I just thought it didn't make sense.
I thought 30 was old.
I thought after 30, you're in some kind of cloud zone. I didn't know what's happening. I was like,
oh my God. Well, after this birthday, I'm definitely going to stop counting. Because people keep asking me, how old are you? Or what age are you turning? I have to think about it. I'm like, okay, I got to do the math. I'm like, okay, my brother's this, my sister's this. I'm like, Michael's this. Okay, I'm this, you know? Like, I don't even remember. So I'm about to just stop counting. And it is what it is.
I know when I answer and I mess up, it sounds like I'm a liar. Because I'm like, they're like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 34, 35. And they're like, oh, you want to... I'm like, no.
You just had a birthday.
Wait till I turn 36, which is this year.
Yeah, I'm about to
in
say
December.
you turned 36 this year.
Which I'm happy about.
Had to be a big boy.
I know, but you know, the age, I'm like, I wonder what that's going to be like.
40?
40.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel like 40 was the same way I thought about 30.
Yeah.
In the 20s. You know, it's like, what's 30 going to be like? But see, 30s, you know, is much funner than the 20s because it's really the 20s with bread in your pocket. You know what I mean? When you got money and you can actually do things in freedom. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's just much funner, you know? But I'm wondering what 40 is going to be because, you know, that's when you got to get stuff checked. You know what I mean? And
oh, my God.
I know. That's like random what happens.
Well, 40, just know that you're going to look great. Because you look better as you age, just like all men. So unfair.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 007 on them.
Yeah, because you get older, you grow more hair on your face, you get more handsome. It's just like,
I'm gonna have that. See, like as you get older, you get more hair in places that you know you didn't have before. So
yeah, like women too.
Oh,
but it don't make us more attractive though.
So women get like back hair or something?
We get like chin hairs and mustache.
Some women just leave them, and that's all I stare at.
Really?
Yeah, when they talk, I'm like,
you gotta pluck them boys.
Yeah. So I never had a full beard when I was like in my teens or 20s.
So now you got one.
Yeah, now I got one.
Okay.
I just had little peach fuzz on my chest.
Now you got a full chest.
Now I almost got like a full chest. I'm like, oh, okay. I know what's happening.
Come on.
I know what's happening. Because you know when
sorry, y'all.
You know when 40 and 50-year-olds, men, they always got that deep V or that it's unbuttoned with all their chest hairs. You're like, why do you do that? Then you realize that
women love it.
Yeah, you can't get chest hairs unless you're like a grown man.
Yeah, you on some grown man stuff right there.
Yeah. And then the woman's like, oh yeah, you a man.
you is a man. Well, that's a man right there.
Is that what that does? Is that what that
man right here? Is that mystical?
Yeah.
Right.
Is he still in jail?
Damn, I don't know.
I don't know. I
We saw that throwback clip of him.
He's doing Michael Jackson dancing. I was like,
on Soul Train.
yeah, the
like,
crowd was quiet.
I know. So
Man.
quiet. Like, what is happening?
I know. I keep like jumping from thing to maybe think about that when we talk about like a quiet crowd. You remember Ja Rule? Remember that? Oh, you ready? You remember that
At the basketball game,
Yeah.
and nobody said nothing. But they didn't know who he was though.
You had no idea. But you know,
I'm assuming.
But you know what's kind of messed up about it? When he said, "Are you ready?" Right?
Yeah.
Me in the crowd naturally, I would just be like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But everyone chose not to.
That was so messed up. It was as if 50 Cent had paid everybody in the
say
audience
nothing.
to be quiet. He's like, I'm gonna give y'all $50 if y'all don't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't say anything.
Yeah, because I would thought if someone just in the crowd, I'm like,
Yeah,
let's say me and you
exactly.
talking, and someone's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm
You
like,
know,
"Yeah,
just go
son."
back talking. Yeah. Nobody said nothing. I know he felt played. Damn.
I know. He's like, I guess not.
I
I was
know.
like, man. Well, at least he
Damn.
performed. I don't know.
We performed Ja Rule's greatest hits.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's doing a verses. If he should verse somebody like
He
go
should.
against-
But you know they're going to try to put him with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent petty, he ain't going to do it.
Yeah, he won't do
He
it.
ain't going to do it, but that's him being
No,
petty.
but if they did do it,
Yeah.
I don't think they should because I know for sure there'll be some real
It'll be bad.
some things will be said
Yeah.
and certain actions would follow.
Yeah. They couldn't do Ja Rule and 50 because they still beefing.
Yeah,
So they
they
would
still
never be able to
beefing.
do it. So they would have to pick Ja Rule with somebody else. But you already know, Black Twitter, how
Yeah,
Will Smith
yeah.
said they Black Twitter. They just gonna be like, no, we want Ja Rule and 50 Cent. If we can't have them two, then we don't want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Chris Brown said he doesn't want to go against anybody or
He shouldn't. Ain't nobody for him to go against if you think about it. Who is he gonna go against? I know
Drake?
people are like, no.
No, I said Drake because Chris Brown is a singer turned rapper, and Drake is a rapper turned singer.
This is true, but I feel like their music is similar, but not that similar.
Who got a catalog like each of them? You know what
That's true. But you can't, I feel like you can't compare Chris Brown to anybody, really. I
I mean?
mean,
People say it the other way around. When I bring that up, they're like, "Are you serious? Drake? No one could touch Drake." I'm like, Chris Brown, like not Drake. So
well,
people
I don't
think
feel
Drake.
like people could touch Drake either. I mean, who would you compare Drake to? I feel like Chris Brown would be the closest, but neither one of them would do a versus. I feel like versus is more for like
Up and coming? No, I'm playing.
no, not up and coming, but like
Washed or older?
No, yeah, more older music, like more of like popular in the early 2000s. Or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
almost like they're not
Throwback
they're not
kind of.
super relevant.
Yeah.
It's almost like giving people like a show like Madonna. It has to be someone like that, like Madonna
Yeah.
versus this.
Like Snoop Dogg is he's relevant still, but he's not really making music like that, like he
Yeah.
was. So, yeah. But Rick Ross did one, right?
Yeah, he did one with 2 Chainz.
Yeah. So,
But they were taking it seriously. They were taking it a
Oh,
little bit.
really?
Yeah, because 2 Chainz, he got his ego caught up in it, and he looks at himself as, which he, right, some could say rightfully so, as like a top tier,
Yeah.
top 5 rapper. I personally don't think he's a top 5, but he's up there like really focused, really having those side conversations with his DJ, and like he'll break down. He's not interacting at all.
Oh, really?
With Rick Ross, like having a good time. He's
Yeah.
over here like, all right, hit it. And then he does this whole performance.
he was performing.
Yeah, throwing money. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I
doing
hate
a
when
whole.
they be doing it all seriously. Like, just have fun. The whole point of this is to have fun.
Yeah,
You
he
know
wasn't
what I mean?
having like any type of interaction. Like Rick
I might
Ross.
have missed that one.
Yeah, because Rick Ross would sit down and Rick Ross would go in with
Yeah.
2 Chainz, but 2 Chainz ain't really rocking with like Rick Ross because I think 2 Chainz looked at it like this is a competition. I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
we can have fun, but I
Right.
came here to win. I didn't. People like
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
come to work say, "Hey, I didn't come here to make
Nobody's
friends.
friend.
I came here to make money." It's like, okay, you're already terrible.
Like, we still got to get along.
Yeah,
Damn.
you ain't gotta say all that.
Right. You got to say, we got to hang out outside of work, but at least hang out inside of work. And this whole
Yeah, I'm letting y'all know I'm drawing the line now. It's like, who are you?
Why did you even come over here?
Yeah.
Why did you even work over here?
Yeah, why'd you come over here to
For
say all that?
real. It's funny because we be doing interviews.
Yeah.
And when I see a person come in for the job interview or whatever, I could just tell that they like a very serious person. I'm like, they ain't gonna make it. They can't. Our team we have too much fun for somebody so serious to come in. Like, and work with us. It would
you
never
talking
work.
about you talking about like a real sales, like
Yeah.
someone comes in there like has everything organized.
just-
you can't come in like
no, like you wave at him, he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And they're like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm just like, see, you ain't you're not gonna fit in. You gotta loosen up. I'm sorry.
There's a culture to things.
True. I mean, people think that, because it's Gucci, you have to be like uppity, high class. You gotta be polite and all that. But honestly, like, we're not like that at all. We're like so down to earth. We're fun. We laugh. We scream. Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to Gucci. Like, it's not like what it used to be. So I think people think that, because this is Gucci, we have to be a certain way when we go interview. But that's not gonna get you the job.
The only thing you forgot to say is that that's what makes us number one.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's one of those things like, the fact that we, like we do it effortlessly. Like we don't really feel like we're working. We're having a good time. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's fun. We have fun at work, and we all have goofy personalities. Like none of us are we don't take the job very seriously. We all mesh really well together. We fight like family. So yeah, I enjoy it.
I always had the thought, like, what would happen if, like, most people who, like, most businesses who have employees, instead of having just, like, let's say sales employees, instead of making them come in at a certain time or whatever, that if it was just, hey, just come in and whenever you want, would you at some point make your own schedule where you'll be probably selling more, but with more efficient time? You see what I'm saying?
We have some associates who have that, but that's like a privilege. You have to sell a certain amount a year to be able to do that.
To be able to control your schedule.
Yeah.
In that way.
You have to have like an amazing client book. There was one client advisor. His name is Benjamin. I can't remember his name. It just slipped the tip of my tongue. But anyway, he got promoted. He works corporate now. David Benjamin. He was like the top #1 sales associate at Gucci for like, I don't know, 10 years or something crazy like that. Nobody could beat him. He was based in Chicago. So all his top clients were like Oprah and Kanye, all Jordan, anybody you could think of who lives in Chicago. That was his client.
Lil Durk.
Proud of so. No, because I don't think Lil Durk. Well, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so he used to be a supervisor. He demoted himself to just a sales associate. He didn't want any other responsibilities but to sell. And he never had to come in, clock in, and work. It was all appointment only. He was making so much money that he would come to work when he had an appointment and he would leave. Like, it was crazy, the amount of money that this guy would make. And now he works corporate, and I'm sure they pay him what he used to make or more, because we actually make more than the people in corporate, because we are commission based. So, but they kept trying. Every year they would offer him a position in corporate, and he kept turning it down because I'm sure he was like, no, I make way more money doing this now. But he took it.
So what if Gucci gave that privilege to everybody? You don't think that'll work?
No, it wouldn't work. I mean, it depends on certain, like my store, no, because a lot of our traffic is walk-in traffic.
You got to be there.
You would have to be there.
So you feel like if you gave everyone the schedule, some people wouldn't be like, no one usually comes to this time, I'm going to come up. You don't think anybody would step up like that?
And we, to be honest with you, a lot of people are really lazy. Especially at my store, they depend on walk-in traffic. Like, we're supposed to have a certain amount of appointments that we have a week. We have a goal that we're supposed to hit as far as how many appointments and how much money it generates. We have a goal. We have a lot of people who are extremely lazy, and they're just like, I'm going to just wait on people walking in just to make my money. So,
but it kind of works a little bit. Cause,
I mean, it does. It works.
But you're not gonna like get to #1 like that.
Yeah, you don't get to #1 like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me break it down.
Saying, you don't get, that's my little secret. You know what I'm saying? No, I be sharing my secrets with my team. I let them know everything that I do or used to do that got me to the #1 spot. I always share. I'm always open.
Does it work for them too?
It does. It works for them, but you can't be lazy. And a lot of them just don't be wanting to do the extra work. It takes extra work to do it, and a lot of people just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I know, but people. But they complain when they don't have what they want.
Exactly.
That's a shame, right?
They complain all the time. And I'm like, I gave you the book. I showed you how to do it. I even, made it to where it fits your personality. I helped you, but you want me to do all the work. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't even get that. Some people don't even get the help. I'm actually giving you all the secrets. I'm telling you what to do, and some people just too lazy to do it.
Yeah, that's a conversation I had with Austin in Oklahoma. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Austin in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even think about that.
And we're talking about like, can everyone be like, it's possible for everyone to be successful. And it's kind of something like that where you could tell someone exactly what they need to do, but they have to care.
Exactly. They have to care. But don't complain. You know what I'm saying? Don't complain when your check's looking kind of low. You know what I'm saying? But
complaining is one of those like group, the ways that you try to feel better about yourself or just feel better about the situation because everyone has something to complain about.
I'm the biggest one, the biggest complainer.
Oh,
my store.
In the store?
I always complain.
Or in Texas?
No, maybe. I be complaining. But see, like I tell my manager, I complain because I care.
Yeah, it's true. But then, in the book, like in the customer service book, they talk about those are two most valuable customers. The ones that are loyal, that come to you and, like it's a great experience.
Yeah.
And the ones who complain a lot.
Yeah.
Because the ones who, complain a lot are going to tell you how to improve or what needs to happen. They said the ones in the middle are the ones that you never really have. You don't have that real relationship with them. For them to complain, or usually if they have an issue, they're just gonna walk away and not come back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, I'm a complainer. I be complaining.
People come with ideas and say, "Hey, we should have like a complaint box so you could." Would y'all? You remember they used to have that at?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, certain places, not at stores, right?
No, what's it called? It's called
just a customer complaint or customer feedback
like
or suggestion or something. Yeah. Suggestion box.
I wonder when did that? I don't even remember when that started or when that ended.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore.
I guess it never really worked.
I don't think so.
Probably got so much stuff like y'all some bitches.
Y'all suck.
He's like, all right, team. You pulled it out.
Close the store down.
Yeah, we're trash.
We're trash.
Yeah, we are trash. This is number one customer suggestion. He pulled it to the side. He's like, hey, every time I come to this meeting, I be feeling bad about myself. Just let me lead this meeting.
We be getting those customer complaints too. Man, especially when celebrities come to our store. I love when celebrities come to our store because it humbles them real quick. We don't care about no celebrity. Like when you come in our store, we gonna treat you like a regular person. You ain't getting no red carpet. You ain't getting no champagne. You ain't getting none of that. Yeah. Like you regular.
Didn't you have R. Kelly?
Oh, man. He was upset with me. Him and his entire team, they hated me. Well, first of all, they didn't even give us a heads up to say that they were coming. So we didn't even know they were coming. They just showed up and they expected like us to have the red carpet, close the doors, have champagne. Lock up the doors. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they expected us to do all that and we didn't know you were coming. You literally walked in and I just happened to be standing up front and I'm like, that's R. Kelly, So we gave him the best service we could possibly give him with all the people we had in the store. It was jam packed with customers and with people who just wanted to have, take a photo with them. And man, his management team or whoever was just like, man, this is the worst service we ever got in our, in Gucci. We ain't never coming back here again. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I apologize, but next time just call us next time y'all come. Not that we're going to do anything different, but it's just like, I mean, yeah, the situation was effed up, but it was really nothing we could do. But a lot of celebrities complain. They say our store is the worst one, but they always come back.
Yeah, because when the grass ain't greener.
The grass ain't greener. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you want to be like, you want the champagne and all this stuff, but it's like we busy. We got a job to do. Like y'all human just like us. And if we offer you water instead of champagne, like that's all we got. And that's what you just gonna have to get. Like,
did they offer you like backstage passage or something like that?
Oh, that was Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
Oh, Uncle Luke.
Babe, hey babe, I'm gonna go to this Uncle Luke concert. They gave me some backstage Uncle Luke?
He sure did invite me to his birthday party. I was like, I'm gonna think about that Uncle Luke. I'm gonna think about that Uncle.
Yeah, and then, you try to call and say, hey babe, they invited us. It's like, us? What you mean us? They know about me?
I told him I was married. Like, bring your husband. Nah, I didn't tell him that.
You didn't tell him?
No, we didn't like have conversation like that. On his way out, he was just like, I'm having a party tonight, a birthday party somewhere, and he was like, you could come or whatever.
No, he probably said,
like that.
having a party tonight. Are you available?
No, it was nothing like that.
Oh, Yeah, it depends on what y'all doing.
No, but see what happened was when he came in, nobody knew who he was but me. And so I'm in the back like trying to tell my coworkers like who this person is, and I'm like pulling up his videos on YouTube like, look, this is him. And then the youngest person who works in my store, who's like 21 or something, she goes up to him, she's like, my coworker loves your music. She's back there playing your music right now. So when she told him that, I was like, why would you do that? I'm just playing the music so y'all can know who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
She's back there right now playing all your music.
Yeah. Like, she's like, yeah, she's back there dancing and everything to your music. I'm just like, why would you go and tell this man that? So on his way out, he happened to walk past me. He knew it was me that was playing the music. And that's when he invited me to the party. But obviously I didn't go.
Yeah. Why you say obviously you didn't want to go?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to go to no Uncle Luke party. No,
Uncle
indeed.
Luke backstage passes.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
good on that. I'm good on that. But the music for sure, I was in there jamming. I was like, oh, this is my jam. But
That's what I was gonna tell you about, because you said something about when it comes to that little girl on Instagram where she dances and she said she has so much rhythm.
Man,
right?
I'm so jealous.
But see, when you talk about Idol not having like rhythm, that he gets that from me, right?
Yes.
Okay. How is it that you could accuse me of not having rhythm,
okay,
but I could actually dance? How's that possible?
Wait, who said you could actually dance?
I could dance.
Who said that though? Who confirmed it?
The public. What are you talking about?
What public? I need a name.
Look, I got videos. What are you talking about?
I know, but I need a name. Who said that you could dance?
Are you saying I can't dance?
No, you can dance. You can dance. But I'm just saying you have 2 left feet.
Oh, my Lord.
You could dance.
How is it possible that you could be a world-class dancer and not have rhythm?
Okay, so when you talk about dance, you talking about like just twerking? Or do you talking about just like... Because you remember that one time we went salsa dancing. When I first moved to Dallas, you took me on a date to go take private salsa dancing lessons. He didn't know that I used to salsa. I took salsa like back in the day.
Yeah.
So when we're in there like learning, the dance instructor took me and was like, come on.
Yeah, he's like, whoa. I was like...
And you were just standing there like trying to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. After I get it down, whatever it might be, I'm good after that.
Yeah, but see, we were supposed to go back. We never went back. So yeah, I mean, you can dance. Trust me, you can dance.
And then I hit him like I think it was like a year later or something like that.
Yeah.
I hit him. I was like, "Hey, we still got a credit?" He's like, "Come on now, bro." That's what he responded. He's like, "Come on now, bro."
That money spent already.
I was like, "So that's a no?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes."
Oh my God. And I only say that Idol takes after you is because I'm like a trained dancer. You know what I mean? Like I had spent like majority of my life like doing ballet and tap and jazz and hip hop and salsa. Like I did all that stuff. So,
but the streets taught me.
Yeah, the streets taught me too.
You.
Look, I'm from New Orleans. The street definitely taught me, but I could pick up like an 8 count. You do an 8 count real quick. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, cool. I could do it. But with you, it's more like, okay, do it again. Do it again. Okay, do it again. All right, let me try. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's like that's like my biggest nightmare. Were in high school, where someone's like freestyle. It's like, "Hey, Mike, get the beat." I'm like, "Oh no!" Hey, he passed me the pencil. Hey, get the beat. Oh, people start leaving like,
yeah,
hey.
because see me when I'm like beating on the table, I could make a beat with my mouth and I could rap all at the same time, and you be like, "How can you do that?" But then when you be like losing the beat and stuff. You be getting all loosey goosey with it.
That's wrong.
But it's all good. It's all fun.
Well, trust me.
Look at him.
No. I got look. That's why I was trying to do the math today. I was like, hold on, how can I be a beastie dancer, but then she could have the audacity to say that I don't have rhythm.
But the audacity for you to say you a beastie dancer, who confirmed that though?
I think okay, between the age of 15 and 22,
okay,
I'm known for bringing the heat on the dance floor.
You can dance. I'm not gonna lie, because when we go to weddings and stuff, yeah, you be cutting up.
Yeah, I bring the heat to the dance floor.
Well, it's a different type of dance. So you more freestyle dance. Where me, I'm more like choreography. I can't say the word. Choreography and freestyle. I could do both. So you are more like you just freestyle.
It's like, yeah, you're more technical. Like
I'm more technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where you're just like, you know, you're more like.
Okay, you make it seem like I don't know what's going on. I'm just fluid.
No. Because he can dance. There's actually a video, I think, on your Instagram page, right? Where we're at a wedding. You were dancing with your mom. Oh,
yeah,
so
and
cute.
the one in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You don't remember that one.
In New Orleans? Wait, which one?
Oh,
I do remember that. We were on like Bourbon Street or something. Like, I remember. No, you can dance. Trust me. You definitely
you don't
dance.
have to convince the listeners. I think
That's true. I don't have to convince y'all. He can dance. Just go to his Instagram page, Say Michael.
Yeah, or just ask around. Someone tell you. Just ask around.
Oh my God.
Well, I got a really fire word for you. It's one of my favorite words, actually.
What's your favorite word?
Facetious.
Oh yeah. Wait, I thought we used this word before.
Facetious?
Maybe not. Facetious.
Have you said this before? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You know what facetious is? Facetious? Facetious?
Oh, I can't remember. I feel like
it's similar to like sarcasm. Mm-hmm. But sarcasm is not always used like towards jokes. You know?
Okay, yeah.
You can just be a smart ass being, with sarcasm.
Right.
But facetious is like when you say something that's like driven towards a joke, but it's like kind of inappropriate.
I know that already.
Yeah.
It'd be funny because like sometimes you'll tell me a word and I've heard the word before and I've said the word before, but I can't tell you what the definition is, but I know how to use it in a sentence.
Yeah. Well, it's really about like, to me, what makes the word so great and juicy is the fact that the F's, the shus, the facetious, and when you say it, it's like it's just such a nice word.
It's like loquacious.
Yeah, it's very similar to like loquacious.
That's my favorite word.
Very rich word. He's like, man, there's so much there.
It's just so much flavor in that word. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of sass.
Yeah, it's so facetious. Like I say it all the time. I'll say like some stupid joke, something like, let's say about women's rights or something like that. And I was like, I'm being facetious.
This boy said women's rights. Lord, you could have joked about nothing else but that. Lord.
That was so stupid.
That was funny.
But it's that's how inappropriate jokes go.
That is true.
The jokes I hate that people, I guess comics do them all the time.
What's that?
Is the when they do the joke of like pedophile jokes.
Oh, see, I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and then a man could just sleep with me, but they're not my uncle. I'm like, whoa.
See, when people joke around with stuff like that, I just get upset. I don't like that stuff.
I know.
Yeah, it makes me like.
It's disgusting, right?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I know, because I think that's why I always say in certain families it always happens like that because it's always like the running joke.
Exactly.
In certain movies, it's always like the running joke, But
gonna pray for y'all.
Yeah, this was super awesome.
Oh my God.
I don't know if y'all noticed, if y'all are watching, we got some new lights.
Yeah, you could probably see every single blemish on my face.
Yeah, we feeling good though.
Hey, I'm feeling good. I don't care.
Everything all good with you?
I got a facial this Friday. I ain't tripping. And I got a nice little tan. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got it.
Well, thank y'all for listening, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Bye.
Love y'all. Peace out.